The schooling there is pretty much like the school here, like system wise, like from first grade to 12th grade and college. It's a lot harder, I guess. I guess schooling there is more important. You are cool if you're a smart kid. Like here, you are cool if you are jocks, right? But there, like if you're a smart kid, like you are cool. So like it's a lot more challenging, a lot more competitive, and the system is you don't just go by district. Here you go to school by your assigned area geography. In Vietnam, you go by how good your grade is. So if your grade reaches a certain point, you go to this school. If your grade is reaches a certain point, you go to this school. So like every time we transition, like from elementary, from first to fifth grade, at the end of fifth grade, there's an exam to move into the next middle school, and then middle school from like sixth to ninth grade. So at the end of ninth grade, there's another exam where you move into the next school to high school, and at the end of high school, you take another exam to go to college. And because of that result, like if you get to go to good school, there's a higher chance that you can continue to go to good school. So Vietnamese food is it's pretty interesting. It's some of them is pretty normal, but some of them is pretty crazy for American, I would say. And I grew up in the city, so it's pretty crowded there. And it's different. It's busy, but it's not on a fast pace. You know, we will just go to work and then go home, and it's kind of relaxing after that. It's not a very fast pace compared to how American, like you just constantly moving even after you get home. Vietnam's have a compared to America is similar and it's different because American is so huge that it has all type of weather. So Vietnamese weather is a lot like Florida, where it's really humid and it's hot and it's super cold in the north, but in the south it's a lot like California, which is, I don't know, it's just funny. We were colonized by French for a little bit, so there was a lot of Catholic there. So we don't really have like a religions in the country, like a main religion, but the two biggest one is Catholic and Buddhism, and they only make up a small part of the people. But more Vietnamese believe in something, so this is something good and something bad. Like they all believe in something, so it's good to talk about like a supreme being, but it's also kind of bad because they don't all believe in like there's someone who died for us and stuff. So they don't have like that Christianity exposure, you know. Because I grew up in the city, so like I grew up I grew up in New York, so I don't really like know the wildlife that much. I go out there like to visit like once or twice, and I just like go back and live in the city. So I have pretty like normal life. So transportation, we use a lot of moped. So there's a lot of car too, but like majority of people like we try moped. Recently it changed a lot. Vietnam is a lot more liberal now. Like the younger generation is a lot more like the kid here now. Like they almost like the same, but like old people, they have a lot of traditional value. They like on marriage, they like divorce is not a really good thing to and then it's very Asian value traditional. Like the kid which like younger adults should respect their elders, and even if you just 1-2 years older, you still receive respect from the younger kids. Yeah, so it's very traditional. The older generation really want everything to be right, to be perfect. Not necessarily perfect, but to go a certain way and not go outside of those things. That's why I think as a result, like a lot of the Asians who come from the mainland, from Asia, they are a lot shy because they try to stay in their path, you know. Compared to America, where here is you get to express your opinion a lot more than in Asia, where specifically Vietnam, where there's a certain way that you should think. Food is pretty about the same, but everything else pretty a lot less expensive than living here. I don't know why, but food is just pretty much about the same price. In California, there's a lot of Vietnamese. Also, like in South Texas, like Houston, Texas, there are a lot of Vietnamese, and there's a pocket of just small population of Vietnamese all around the U.S. But like the condensity is in California. There's one on University Avenue. It's called Noodle King, which is pretty good. So one of the most famous dish that we have in Vietnam is phở. And the best thing about phở is the broth. And I think that restaurant on University Avenue has pretty good broth.